Hi, and welcome to my guide on how to speedrun below the ocean. This video will go over all the movement techs, skips, and general know-how for this run. Before we get into the guide though, I'll tell you what type of game this is. So below the ocean is set underwater, like the title says. It has some really smooth and nice movement, as well as one special gimmick using the oxygen tank and the tether that attaches you, where you can use a tether to swing. If you haven't played the game before, I recommend you go check it out. As well as if you want a speedrun, come join the Discord. Both links will be in the description. Also, if you like this video, consider subscribing, or leave your feedback in the comments. Now before getting into the actual speedrun of the game, we have to know a few different mechanics that we'll be using throughout. The first of which being the different types of wall jumps. The first type of wall jump gives you extra horizontal distance. To do this type of jump, you have to hold towards the wall and only press the other direction immediately after jumping. The second type of wall jumping gives you more vertical height. To do this, you have to hit the wall, look away, and then jump immediately. This works by taking advantage of a mechanic called fox time, which is in many platformers. This mechanic allows you to jump a fraction of a second after falling off a ledge. This mechanic can also be used after sliding off a ledge. Now on to the last mechanic we have to learn, falling. There's two types of this, fast falling and slow falling. The difference is very simple. For fast falling, all you have to do is hold down. Now we can move on to the actual run. This speedrun starts right as you choose speedrun mode. You want to start spamming to the right and holding jump right at the last moment so that you can start immediately as you spawn in. For level 2, there's no real strats. All you have to do is spam jump going up the wall, and then fast fall down, and then spam up again. There's really nothing to it. For level 3, you have 3 options. You can either drop down, grab the gem midair, and then go up the wall. Or say you miss the gem the first time around, you can just land on the far wall, like this, jump back, grab the gem, and then go back up. The third option is slightly faster if performed perfectly, so you might want to start learning this one before any of the others. This strat is where you fast fall down, catch the wall, jump to get the gem, and then use your horizontal jump to get all the way to the other side. For level 4, we have a regular strat and a new experimental strat we've been testing out. The regular strat consists of you just going to the right, grabbing the diamond, jumping over the spikes, and doing a horizontal jump off that middle brick. After that, all you do is run to the right, jump off those 2 platforms, hit the wall, and get up to the next level. One thing to note when you're making smaller jumps, when you're above the thing you want to land on, you can hold down to go down faster and land on that object more precisely. Now on to the experimental strat. I actually figured out how to use this one quite consistently during the filming of this video. Now to do this strat, you have to get to the gem, go back for a slight second to add some tension to the rope, and then do a horizontal jump off the wall. Now level 5 and 6 don't really have any new strategies, you just follow what you do in the normal game. Holding down to get the fast swing, and going over this block to get the swing up to the next level. But specifically for level 6, jumping right after this seaweed allows you to get to the next level as consistently and as fast as possible. Now level 7 is where I'd say the run gets very interesting as well as slightly difficult. Normally you have to take the path that I'm taking in the video right now, going over this and coming all the way down and then doing the wrap up to the top. But with the run, we're going to be cutting out that whole entire section. This is one of the biggest time saves. What we're going to be doing is this. To do this strat, you're going to be jumping exactly here, jumping again when you hit the wall, using the vertical jump we talked about, and then using the fox time to jump around this wall. Here's a closer look. Now, specifically focusing on that jump around the wall, you're going to want to slide down the wall fast by holding down, then let go of that down button and jump around here. Should give you enough height to get to the next level. Level 8 doesn't have any strategies that are too fancy, other than this using the vertical jump, just to get around this spike. But if you don't want to be too fancy, you can just do what I do in the video, minus the dying part. Now, making it up to the top, when jumping around these spikes, you want to give yourself a little bit of extra space so that you don't catch yourself on the walls. Then for this last part, you don't have to do the same skip as you did before because the walls are so close together, just going to the other walls faster. Now for level 9, there technically is 2 strategies, but one is very, very new and experimental. And the setup for it right now doesn't make it very viable in an actual run because it's just so difficult. The normal strategy, however, is just using a quick slide around the stone, just setting up the normal way of completing this level, but a little bit faster. Zooming in, we can see that all I did was hold down and jump at approximately here to wrap around the stone. What the new strategy consists of is falling like this, then hitting a vertical jump right on this corner and landing up top. The margin of error for this is very, very small, and until a better setup comes out, I would recommend not using this one. Level 10 has one strategy with 2 slightly different variations. This strategy consists of going up this wall as fast as possible, jumping over and grabbing the bubble, fast falling down, and at the base of your jump, you want to turn the opposite direction to lose momentum, jump up to the wall on the left, and then use a horizontal jump to land on the oxygen tank. Right here is where the variation comes in. You can either jump right at this moment to land on the oxygen tank, or you can jump up one more to grab the bubble. The reason you'd grab the bubble is to hit this jump right here and avoid hitting the edge of this wall. Though grabbing this bubble is now obsolete because you can just pull off this trick. Use the fox time right here to get further and you will miss the wall. And at this point, you can just continue the level like you would normally. As you enter level 11, you just need to hold down and then jump as you hit the floor to get upwards momentum before hitting the bubble riser. Then repeat what you did in level 8 by giving yourself extra space on these turns. Also, it's very important that you keep the bubble for the next level. For level 12, it's important that we have the bubble from before so we can avoid going down to this bottom right corner to get this bubble. So using the bubble from before, we're going to wrap around this corner, go grab the gem, bounce up the wall a few times, and jump across to the bubble column. Then use this bubble column to get to the exit. When sliding around this corner, you don't want to be holding down at the end of your fall because you'll end up having too much momentum in landing in the spikes. Also, again, you want to keep your bubble for the next level. By keeping the bubble from before for level 13, we can avoid getting the bubble from below and just skip across these spikes to get the gem. After getting to this platform, we're going to want to fall through, grab the bubble, and then you're going to immediately jump to the right, tap down either once or twice in both the empty areas, and lastly popping your bubble right as you collect the gem. Holding right the entire time and tapping down in these 2 areas might be kind of difficult in the beginning, but after practice, it will become quite simple and like natural to you. The start of level 14 starts right at the beginning of the transition. You want to jump at that moment to start the strats early. Level 14 has two options for the beginning and two options for the end of it. To start, you can either choose to just jump off the floor to grab the bubble, or jump off the wall to grab the bubble. Both are very, very similar. It's what you prefer. Though for the second half, there's one fast strat and there's one slow strat. Though the fast strat isn't very known on how it actually works just yet. This is the slower strat, where you just pop the bubble to fall to the next level. And this is the faster strat, where you're somehow able to control your downwards momentum in the bubble stream, which you usually can't. And you can pop the bubble at the next level to grab the gem earlier. Until this strat is actually figured out, I'd recommend just using the slower one. Now level 15 again has two strats to start, but only has one strat at the end. The quicker starting strategy was shown in the level before, where you can keep your bubble to grab the gem very early. But the second strat is slower, but needs to be used if you don't keep your bubble. This strategy consists of going past the bubble, jumping back into it, and falling into the right bubble column to grab the gem. What's happening is that you're getting the momentum from jumping off the bubble, grabbing the bubble again so that you can be pushed up by the column. Instead of waiting for the first column to push you up, jumping into the next column and waiting for that to push you up. Now after doing this, you're going to be falling. All you want to do is go around the first spike, grab the oxygen tank, and go around the spike and land on the bottom. Now the strat for the bottom is instead of going around the yellow box to light up your tether, you're going to be sort of launching your tether into it as you fall. To do this, you want to fast fall very close to the edge of the box, but you do not want to touch it. And you have to wait a second for your tether to fall, and then you'll be able to touch the circle at the exact same time that your tether touches the yellow. Although I didn't in the previous clips, it's very important to keep your bubble as you're falling through this level, because this can be very useful for the next level. Level 16 is another level that starts before you actually enter the room. For this level, you're going to want a bubble, and after you hit this oxygen tank, you're going to jump up to the top of this doorway. After hitting the top of this doorway, you're going to be able to jump around the wall and land on the wall in the next room. From here, you can go up, grab the bubble, go a little bit below the yellow block to add more leverage to your tether, touch the yellow circle, and be launched back and grab a bubble on your way back. That's very important. You're now on to the last hard level of the run. The strat here is to run straight, jump, and trying to hit about that spot, and that will allow you to activate the yellow circle right as you come down. You're now going to try and jump between here and here while maintaining your bubble. I repeat, maintain your bubble. That is the most important part about this strategy. You now go over and activate this circle on the left and head over to the oxygen tank. From here, you're going to jump up into this wall and use a horizontal jump to get over to this pillar. You now have the most stressful jump of the game. You want a quick slide down this wall, release here, jump while keeping your bubble and only using a fox time jump, then activate this circle while the tether is yellow. If you're having problems keeping the tether active, I would recommend pausing for a fraction of a second right there, then doing your slide. It will allow the tether to catch up to the roof and give you a little bit more space for your timing. And after activating the circle, you want a quick fall to the next room. You're now on to the final two levels. If you did the level before perfectly and you still have your bubble, you're able to go up to this bubble column right away and avoid having to go all the way over to the right to grab the bubble that's really used for the level. Now on this home stretch, all you have to do is go up the bubble column, go to the next bubble column like normal, pop your bubble to get across to this oxygen tank, and hold down and to the right to hit this oxygen tank early. Now from here, you just jump up halfway between the spike and the yellow box, and you'll be able to wrap around and touch the white circle. As you saw there, I pressed R as soon as I activated the circle so that I could respawn and start moving towards the last level as soon as possible. From respawning, you want to hold down to the left, make sure you hit this oxygen tank, hold down and to the right, and hold right the entire time till you hit this ball. Then your run is over. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you so much for watching. This is my first time making one of these long form type of videos. I would appreciate any support you have, like a like or a subscribe, just to show me that this is some content you'd like. More importantly, if you like the run, I would urge you to go put your own in on the speedrun.com website. I'll have all the links in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Also, if you want to see how all these tricks come together, watch this video right here. Anyway, have a good day.